Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Tonight I am here to talk to you about the DREAM Act. The DREAM Act is a law that would enable illegal immigrants to obtain a higher education by going to college or university. These illegal immigrants are mostly teenagers or young adults like yourselves who came to this country at a very young age because their parents came over here, and they are unable to obtain an education because of their legal status. According to the immigration policy, there are an estimated 2.1 million undocumented immigrants or young adults who can get an education because of this. And basically, this is not their fault. This is basically their parents' fault, and they are paying for their parents' decisions. So tonight, I will highlight the reasons why this DREAM Act should be enacted. The first reason is because it would increase the education level. Okay, this is my cousin Milena. She came here at a very young age, and because her parents are illegal immigrants, she cannot get an education. Now, she's a very smart girl, but she is suffering the consequences of this situation. You can sit down. Okay, just like her, if the DREAM Act was passed, it would help the economy of the United States overall. Many opponents to the DREAM Act argue that this law would cost a lot of money to the United States. However, that is not true, because all the DREAM Act applicants would have to pay for their own tuition. They are not eligible for federal grants, so they would have to pay everything out of pocket, get loans, or get help from family. Another reason why it should be enacted is because the DREAM Act applicants are responsible for paying all the fees for the process. So this would cover all the expenses that the government has to incur. The second reason why it should be passed is because we live in uncertain times in economic turmoil. The country currently has an enormous deficit. For the year 2012, it is estimated that the country will spend $1.1 trillion more than is taken in tax revenues. And basically, according to a study performed by the University of California, if all the participants of the DREAM Act, of the applicants, would pursue a career, this would add an extra 1.4 to $3.6 trillion in taxable income. This will mean an extra a couple of $billion to the deficit that would raise the deficit. And Secretary of Education Aaron Duncan stated that passing the DREAM Act would allow these young people to live up to their fullest potential and contribute to the economic growth of our country. The second reason why the DREAM Act should be passed is because the United States was founded on the principle of life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Many of the people that come to this country come in search of a better life. They don't come here to commit crimes. They don't come here to live an all-fulfilling life. They come here to prosper. Many opponents of the DREAM Act believe this is not true. They believe that the DREAM Act would give people a reason to immigrate to this country, thus raising crime levels and all this. However, the only people that will really qualify for the DREAM Act will be people that have been living here for more than 5 years and started living here before they were age of 16 and have graduated or obtained a GED from the United States of America. There's also an erroneous belief that crime rate in the United States has risen basically to the fact that there's a lot of illegal immigrants, a lot of Hispanics. However, the DREAM Act would prevent this from happening because everybody that applied to become part of the DREAM Act would have to get a background check. So anybody that has a criminal background would automatically be ineligible to participate in the DREAM Act, and they would be maybe put for deportation. Also, after 60 years, any participant in the DREAM Act will be reevaluated, and if they have not completed the steps, if they have not done anything to fulfill their obligations to the DREAM Act, they will be put on the list for deportation, and they will be kicked out. The third and final reason why I think the DREAM Act should be enacted is because the future of the United States rests in its minorities. Currently, it is estimated that by 2042, the minorities will become a majority in the United States. Hispanics right now are the fastest growing minority in the United States. It is estimated that by 2042, Hispanics will make up 30% of the population. So if these people, Hispanics, illegal immigrants, are educated today, the future is going to be brighter for us. And if they're educated and more prepared for the future, their sons and daughters will also be more prepared for the future. So therefore, in conclusion, I believe that the DREAM Act is a law that needs to be passed to improve the overall quality of life in the United States. It would improve the economy. It would allow immigrants to obtain higher education, making this a better place to live. and it will give people of all race and color the chance to have a better life. Thank you very much.
Thank you.